10 years. It's been 10 years since I wrote The Dandelion Insurrection. I'm Rivera's son, an author and an activist. And in 2012, when I sat down to write a speculative fiction of a social justice novel about a spirited, nonviolent uprising against corporate tyranny and the rule of the rich, I had no idea the journey that was about to unfold with this book. It's been read by thousands of people. Thousands of people. It's been read in tree sits and on front lines of pipeline blockades. It's been read as people are shutting down public offices for a variety of social justice causes. It's been read by school kids and by book groups, by faith leaders and communities. So many people have read the Dandelion Insurrection over these incredible 10 years of change. And I wanted to spend some time just reflecting on this journey that we've been on with this book and what it even means to have a story that is so strongly about what we as people can do if we put our minds to it, if we put our hearts into it, when we start to use nonviolent action. A story like this is powerful in terms of the seeds that it plants in people's hearts and minds. And I have certainly seen in the past 10 years the upswell of action of people. You know, when I first wrote Dandelion Insurrection, I was just going to write the one novel, but what I found from fans and friends of the books all over the country, around the world, is that it was so great at teaching how we can wage struggle that there was more to say about the story, more to say about the resistance. And so we wrote Roots of Resistance and brought a second chapter of the story out there that went a little deeper into the push-pull dynamic of uprisings and movements and the counter movements that happen. And even that, I heard, was not enough. What do we do about the next chapter? What do we really do that's really revolutionary? Readers kept asking me. And so we started talking in Winds of Change about alternative systems, ways of governing ourselves, participatory democracy, alternatives to the entire representative system that we have. And altogether, the three books, they really make a triad of stories that are really quite compelling for these times to reflect on what do we need to be thinking about as human beings alive in a time of great change? What do we need to be thinking about as US citizens, and all of the things that we are tied up in and complicit in, all of our potential, our possibility? I want to spend some time in blogs, in social posts, in newsletters, and videos like this, thinking deeply and reflecting on some of the themes that are in each book as we move through this 10-year milestone for these stories being out in the world, pausing to reflect on some of the deep parts of these stories that offer so much for us in these times. So I thank you for being a friend and a fan to the Dandelion Insurrection, and I look forward to having this conversation with you as we go on.